Hey YouTube, I'm Mars1952 and I'm here in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains at my home. I've lived here about 12 years, and in that 12 years we've had 4 lightning strikes that burned up our well motor. I've done a lot of things to try to prevent that happening, but it just happened again. I'll show you some close-ups here, but here's the last well motor to come out of there, and it's got a hole burnt in it from a lightning strike. This motor was less than a year old. So, can't predict when it's going to happen. We have never had a flash boom, in other words a lightning strike that's so close that the flash and the boom are at the same time, that caused our well to burn up. Typically we'll have a storm and there'll be lightning around. Sometimes it's close enough that we can actually see the bolt, sometimes not. This last time there was a lightning storm and I never heard thunder even. The lightning was so far away. So I'd really like to know why this is happening and what I can do to prevent it. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I've done, and I'll show you all the well motors. I kept all of them, and we'll see what happens. Okay, here are 3 of the well motors that got burned up. I forgot the 4th one. I think it was, I can't remember which one it was. That would be like the 3rd motor that burnt up. I let the pump guy have that because it had essentially a brand new pump on it, even though the motor had a hole burnt in it, since it had only been in the ground 1 month. So this is the most recent one. It's got a hole burnt right in the motor here, and you can see like some kind of a flash burn here. This is probably where it was close to touching the well casing. This is another one. I tried to take this apart myself to try to salvage the pump. I never got any further than that. Now the hole burnt in this one's quite a bit smaller. It's right here. And this one, I don't remember exactly what order this one was. It might have been one of the first ones. It's got a great big ass hole built in there, or burnt in there. So this has happened 4 times in 12 years. One time it happened just 1 month apart. Actually, most of these have happened, I think, in the last 5 years, if not all of them. I didn't keep exact records. So the well is over 300 feet deep. It's got an 8-inch casing. Probably should pull the top off here and show you that. So here's a look at the wiring. The last time the well got struck by lightning, I upgraded the wires. We replaced all the wires all the way down. It was sort of expensive when we put in 10 gauge 3 wire, and I had a certified electrician come out, and we put in these lightning arresters. There's one here on the well and one on the fuse box, which I'll show you. Now the well guy sort of scoffed at this. He says these don't work, and obviously he's right, because it got toasted anyway. So these the insulation on these things gets pretty nasty just sitting out here. This is fresh insulation. I just put that in there a week ago. Here's the old insulation. It gets pretty nasty, but it still works. It doesn't get terribly cold here. I do have some heat tape on here, but there's the 8-inch well casing. I think it's 8 inches. That's 8 inches. That must be more like 6. It's 300 feet deep. Okay, let's move on. When I first moved here, there were no ground rods on the fuse panel, circuit breaker panel. They had grounded the circuit breaker panel to the plumbing of the house, and the plumbing was plastic. It had one metal valve right near the fuse box, and that's what they grounded. So I put in oversized ground wires and 2 copper ground stakes. Actually, they're copper clad ground stakes. This wire goes to my antenna, which is also grounded, and then that goes into the fuse box you can see going on the house. And this one goes over here, bypasses another ground stake. That one grounds the meter, and it comes over here to another ground stake that I put in. And the AT&T grounded the phone lines where they come in. So anyway, the grounding rods are more than 6 feet apart. Here's 2 of them. I have oversized ground wire. Let's go inside. Alright, so here is the pressure switch. I've taken that apart so you can see it. And the wire coming in from the outside. This wire is split so we can put an amp meter on there. Hopefully that's in focus. And to tell when the half of the wind-ins are burned up or if it's burned up altogether. Here is the surge suppressor inside. This gizmo right here. And it's wired into this 220 volt, 20 amp circuit breaker. And we're on a 200 amp service that uses copper wires coming in. Let's move outside. Alright, this is the transformer. It's brand new, installed, I don't know, a few months before the last lightning strike. It serves 2 houses, and we appear to be at the end of the power line. Okay, well, I can't figure out what's going on. I've talked to everybody I know that might know what's going on. Power company can't help me. The electrician that came out didn't really have any good ideas. I talked to a geologist friend of mine, and she seems to think that there might be a vein of metal growing through the mountain here, and when lightning strikes the mountain nearby, it just shoots right down and burns up my well pump. But even that doesn't really make any sense because, I mean, it's grounded. Everything, if it strikes the ground, the earth is a giant sink for electrons. Stuff close by, of course, can get zapped, but these lightning strikes are not happening right next to the house. It's very puzzling to me. Anyway, 4 times in 5 years. Cost me, well, it cost the insurance company about $1,200 a pop, and this last time some other stuff got zapped too, as well as the well pump. In the past we've had the DSL line got zapped, and the transformer, not the transformer, the DSL modem, and some of my network devices, and one of my computers got zapped all at the same time, and the well. Another time, more recently here, this last time, the well got zapped. 2 of my UPSs, that's uninterruptible power supplies for the computers that I have, 2 of them got zapped, and 1 of my computer monitors. At the time I was running 3 computer monitors, 3 of them that is. 1 of them died, the other 2 seem okay. I haven't tried to get it fixed yet. So, if you have any ideas, comment. If you like this video, like it, that helps me out. Share it, spread the word around. If you don't know, share it, maybe somebody else does. Thanks.